This is the card I've been looking forward to for a long time. When Paramount Plus actually even came out, UFC 324 and UFC 325 are next to each other. I was thinking, man, I wish UFC 325 was UFC 326 because I just love this card. Holloway versus Oliveira too, and of course, it's this crazy main event that I'm looking forward to the most. But Chevy, other than this sick main card, any preliminary fights you want to note?
Yeah, Dante Johnson versus Dusko Todorovic. That's a fun fight. And then Cody Garbrandt versus Zhao Long.
Okay.
I don't know Zhao Long, but I assume the UFC wants you to know who he is if he's fighting Cody Garbrandt. So yeah. It's kind of him as a stepping stone these days because he's got a name, but he gets beat up a lot, unfortunately. So yeah, keep an eye on those ones. But let's get into this main card. It's a very good card. So
yes,
Gregory RoboCop Rodrigues versus Brunno Ferreira.
Brunno Ferreira is 15-2, 9 KOs, 5 subs, 1 decision. He's on a 3-fight win streak, and he's won 5 out of his last 6 overall. Rodrigues 18-6, 11 KOs, 3 subs, 4 decisions. 9-3 in the UFC. He's on a 2-fight win streak right now. He's had fight of the night 3 times, performance of the night twice. These two have fought before back in the day, and Brunno did get the KO victory at that time. When you look at him, I feel like Rodrigues has just had some more high-profile fights and some bigger opportunities. But I don't know if that necessarily translates that he's going to be the better fighter here. I feel like this is a pretty even matchup. Should be fun, and I feel like it's anybody's fight to win. But since Brunno has that victory before, I'm going to pick Brunno. I'll say we go to distance this time, though.
Yeah, it was 2023 when Brunno KO'd RoboCop. So, but the way that these guys fight, I just think it's whoever lands the first really hard shot. So, both guys been doing really well against tough opponents. I'm going to go against you. I'm going to pick RoboCop. I'll say KO round 2 this time.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson.
Drew Dober, man, 28, 15-1, 15 KOs, 6 subs, 7 decisions. Coming off a win, but he had lost, 3 out of his last 4 before that. So, Drew's had some tough times lately. But, this guy's a fight of the night winner 5 times, performance of the night 4 times. He's an exciting fighter. Michael Johnson, guy that's been around forever. 24-19, 10 KOs, 2 subs, 12 decisions. He's on a 3-fight win streak right now, too. So good for him. Fight of the night 3 times, performance of the night twice. It's the only way I can say this. Drew Dober, to me, is that kind of guy, when he fights somebody who's more skilled than he is, he has a really bad night. When he fights somebody you expect him to beat, he does it, and he does it with style points. I got Drew Dober round 2, KO.
How have these guys never fought before? I mean, they've both been around forever, but this is definitely going to be a fun one. Either guy could land the KO shot, but I think Johnson's the harder guy to hit. He's elusive, so I'm kind of leaning towards him. So I'll pick Johnson. I'll say decision in a war. I think we're going to get a couple wars on this card.
Yeah.
All right, moving on here. Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr.
One of the more interesting matchups, I think, here. Rob Font, 22-9, 9 KOs, 4 subs, 9 decisions. He's won 2 out of his last 3, 4 performance a night, fight a night twice. Raul Rosas Jr., he's 11-1, 2 KOs, 6 subs, 3 decisions. He's a 3-time performance of the night winner already, and he's the youngest fighter to ever sign in the UFC. The question to me will be, is Rob Font too much too soon? Rob has had a lot of experience. Rosas Jr., to me, keeps making improvements. And he's a great style matchup for Font, too. If he can take Font down, that'll be the big question here. I got to see it. I kind of rooting for Rosas Jr. here because I like Font, but I like to see this young kid kind of make a name for himself. But I got to see it first. I'm going to go Font by decision.
Yeah, like you said, interesting matchup. Rob isn't great off his back, but his takedown defense on the cage is good. And that's kind of where I see all of Rojas's takedowns come from. On the cage. So Rojas's only chance of winning is getting him down. On the feet, Rob Font's going to tear him up, I think. So I'm going to go with Rob. I think he actually gets the finish as well. His first one since 2023. I'll say round 3 TKO for Rob Font.
There you go. Oh, go in a minute.
Caio Borralho versus RDR, Reiner De Ridder.
Borralho is 17-2, 5 KOs, 4 subs, 8 decisions. He's 7-1 in UFC. He's had fight of the night 1 time, performance of the night twice. De Ridder, 21-3, 5 KOs, 13 subs, 3 decisions. He's coming off a loss to Brendan Allen, But I mean, this was a guy that had he won that fight, I think would have been fighting for a championship. So we'll see how he bounces back here. You know, former middleweight champion in one, former light heavyweight champion in one, 4-1 UFC. This should be a good matchup. I like De Ridder. I think he makes adjustments. And I think he's got a good fight IQ. I think he will find a way to win here, and I'm going to go to Ridder by decision.
Yeah, fighting nerds are back. You know, get hype. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm picking against RDR unless the person has really great takedown defense, which Borralho has pretty good, but not really great. Caio could definitely KO him early. That's what I'm rooting for, being a fighting nerds fan. But I'm going to pick RDR by decision. This one could be a boring one, I think. Going to be sad by the end of the night, no matter what here. Let's talk about this main event. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira.
I think I'm going to take a little break from the format here. I'm not even going to really read these records and stuff because it's kind of ridiculous.
It'd also be really long.
It'd be really long. These are two of the most decorated fighters at lightweight and featherweight of all time. They fought at featherweight once. Max got the win. TKO.
Different Charles Oliveira.
Different Charles, different Max. We know this. Charles has got more. I think he's tied for the most bonuses in UFC history. Max is right there too, though. These guys are bonus machines. They're, with Justin Gaethje, I would say the three most exciting fighters in MMA history, with Poirier and guys like Hooker just right below there. But I would put these two at the top with Gaethje. There's no doubt in my mind. Wow, yeah, Mount Rushmore of most exciting fighters. By the way, that might be a Dustin Poirier. I'm thinking you.
Three lightweights too. Yeah, all lightweights. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this should be a fun fight. Who's better at striking? I would say Max, but it wouldn't surprise me if Charles stopped him. Charles definitely has the edge on the ground. That's not really debatable. Charles is one of the best submission guys of all time, and he's got some of the most exciting submissions of all time where he can just pull out different chokes from wherever. But Max isn't one to really play that game, and Max has got excellent takedown and submission defense. So I would say both these guys are still very good, but I'm starting to see little things where I'm thinking they could be slowing down, but they're both meeting each other at the same time. So my mind is telling me and this could be my heart too, but I am going to give a slight edge to Max Holloway. I won't be shocked if Charles wins, and I won't be too disappointed because I love Charles, but I like Max a little more, but I also believe in Max a little more. So I'm going to go with Max Holloway. This will be fight of the night. This is such a silly prediction, but whatever. Max will KO him with 10 seconds left in the 5th round. They will trade, and that'll be how this fight ends.
So you're predicting the point down?
I am. The point down. In fact, even if we're going to finish, point down's happening.
So I don't know. Before I give my prediction here, I don't know if you saw, but Max laid out some rules for other fighters for doing the point down because people are doing it in ridiculous situations. He said you have to be winning the fight. You can't be losing and then point down and beg for your opportunity to get a lucky knockout. You have to be winning the fight and then point down and risk it all. So, other fighters pay attention. Max is the man here, so follow his lead. He is the BMF title holder. This title is on the line here, so.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Neither guy ever in a boring fight, obviously. Very hard to call this one. Big fan of both guys, but I have to go with Matt. Charles, power on the feet, definitely has an edge on the ground. I think one thing that is different for Max on the ground than a lot of guys, he will get taken down. He has great takedown defense, but he will get taken down. But his urgency to get up is very important because it doesn't allow people to set up all these submissions. So other people should take note of that as well. Urgency to get up if you're not a grappler, get back on your feet. Yeah, Bisping was very good about that as well.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Max. I think Max is closer to his prime. He's been fighting a long time, but he's not old. He's still a young guy. So he's shown power lately. He's very durable. He has tremendous fight IQ. So I'm going to pick him. I think I'm going to pick Max by decision in a war. But I'm going to be honest with you. I like your prediction a lot more. And I hope that's what happens because that probably gets Max closer to a title shot against Ilya if he can KO Charles in spectacular fashion. So Max, I don't think is in the top 15 for lightweight yet. And I believe Charles is like number 2 or 3. So
ridiculous.
You beat number 3. That's putting you right up there.
Yeah. He also KO'd Justin Gaethje not too long ago for this title. So I don't know how those rankings are. But I will say one more thing about this. I did say that Max is starting to slow just a bit. To correct that, that was at featherweight. So at lightweight, for all I know, Max might be hitting his stride because he's getting used to fighting at lightweight right now. So we shall see. This will be a very interesting fight.